Hi guys, today I have a review for you guys on the new True Match Lumi Cushion by L'Oreal. I actually first picked this up in the shade number 3 and had to return it because even though 3 is normally the kind of range, the warm shades that I use, it just kind of seemed way too orangey for me. So I did get the neutral one, which is 3.5, which is the classic buff. And that was really weird for me because most of L'Oreal's shades, I'm always that same shade name, which is natural beige. And with this one, it just looked horrendous on me. So I did go ahead and interchange them. So I got 3.5, which is a neutral undertone, and this worked a lot better. And I do feel that even though it is neutral, it does lean a little bit more yellow. So it really fit my complexion really nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and do a side-by-side so you guys, I don't know if it's gonna be over here, but I'm gonna do a side-by-side so you guys can kind of see what it looks like applying on. I do prefer using a brush, as you can see in the demo, just because I feel like this little sponge here is not the best for applying this. You kind of have to pat it and it feels kind of like rubbery and weird against my skin using it. So right off the bat I was like, not working out for me. So I do feel like this applies a lot better with a brush, maybe even a beauty blender if you like using your beauty blender, but definitely not a real fan of the little sponge that it comes with. As you can see on the demo, it does apply really nicely. It does give a really nice glow. I feel like the coverage is almost medium to full coverage. It gives a really great coverage, and it's actually the foundation that I have on right now. And I feel like the coverage is really nice. I didn't expect it to be as such a good coverage as it was when I first used it. So I really like that. I will have to say that this is something that the first day wore horrible on me, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert some pictures from my Snapchat as well as a tiny little video so you guys can see how it kind of wore that first day and how oily I got, which was horrible. It was a hot mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert those now. From work, this is like 9 hours in. I am a greasy hot mess. I think I would really need like some real good mattifying. As you can see, I just ended up being a greasy hot mess. I used a drugstore primer. I didn't use a lot of setting powder. I just used a little bit of a translucent powder just to kind of really see how this would work on my oily to combo skin. And trust me, if you do not have a good mattifying primer and powder for this, it will become a greasy mess. I feel like this is really more geared towards people with dry skin. If you're combo to oily, I feel like you can still use this, but not get that exaggerated glow. Because if you're looking for that really dewy finish, this isn't going to last that long on you. Or it's going to last, because I was surprised that it was still on my face, but it became greasy. So it will last, but you'll look like a grease ball. As far as longevity, I felt like it lasted all day long. It lasted the 9 hours from when I got up at 4:30 in the morning and did my makeup all the way till when I came out of work. And I was really surprised at how long it wears, but the greasiness was what turned me off. So the next day, what I did was use a really good mattifying primer. I used my Makeup Forever smoothing primer, and then I used my Maybelline, what is this called? The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. And once I used this, what it did, it took away the dewiness of the foundation, but it still looked a tiny bit dewy on some areas, and it looked okay. And then as the day progressed, it became a little bit dewy, but not as exaggerately as before, and it still lasted all day long. So I do like this foundation. I don't think it's gonna be my holy grail, but I do really feel like it's a nice one from the drugstore. The only thing is that I would wait for a coupon code, a sale, probably get it at Walmart, because this bad boy right now runs around like $18 to $20, which is super steep for a drugstore foundation. And thankfully I did use a $5 off coupon, so I got it for like $12. But I have to say I was super surprised at how expensive it was. As far as the packaging, I think the packaging is super cute. I love the rose gold. I love the fact that it's nicely sealed in there, and that it's an imitation of a lot of higher end cushion foundations that are going on. So I really like the packaging itself. I feel like it's not way too bulky. It's just like a perfect size. It's not like exaggerately bulky, and everything's in there including a mirror. So I think that overall this is nice. For reference, I am an MAC NC 3035, so and 3.5 was perfect on me. As you can see right here, it's the one that I have on my skin right now. Overall, really like this foundation, but like I said, you need a good mattifying primer and powder if you're combo to oily. If you are dry skin, I think you won't have any issues with this whatsoever. And I really like the longevity of it, even though it did get greasy on me the first day. But I will be keeping this. I will be continuing to use it because once I did kind of find my way of working with it, I did feel like it gave a really nice look. So those are my 2 cents on it. Let me know, have you guys tried this? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Oh, and as far as the color range, it did have a good variety of color ranges. And of course, you know, L'Oreal is famous for doing like warm, neutral, and cool undertones, so that's nice as well. So yeah, I'd love to hear back from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe down below. I love you guys to death, and until next time, bye guys.